Backwards looking. How much did you know about starting a business before we started?
Well, before we started, I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't know anything. I will say I knew kind of the basics. I knew a little bit about taxes, things like that. But the whole customer relations thing, the whole just really selling our company and believing in it, I really didn't have. And I think this class did a great job in teaching me that.
What process did you go through to create a business?
Well, so there was a lot of things. I think our first big thing was the Safe certification. I assume you remember all about that. We all did it at once, and then later realized that we all had to do it individually. So that was a big 2 week span of time where we just couldn't really do anything. After that, we had our Kickstarter, our bank account, and obviously the Shopify website that we needed to sell our dip. And we also had to really make our recipe for the dip. So that was kind of the process in getting everything up and going.
In what ways do you think you need to improve?
So I think our group focus level could definitely improve. That was a big issue in my opinion. But also the way we marketed it, I think, could be improved. I think if we would have had more time, other than the QR codes, I think we could have gone to the local elementary schools and even preschools and really advertised our dip to parents of those children there.
What problems did you encounter while you were working on your business? How did you solve them?
Well, a big problem for us was definitely the Paramount bank account. That was a big issue. We really had to put our foot down and say, hey, this is not okay, Paramount. We can't be doing this simultaneously while running our business. Another big thing for us was the Kickstarter, which we ultimately ended up just not doing. But that took forever to get approved by the actual Kickstarter people. So that was another big roadblock.
What resources did you use throughout this year? Which ones were especially helpful? Which ones would you use again?
So I think our biggest number one resource was definitely the church kitchen. For obvious reasons, we really couldn't do anything without the church kitchen. The fact that they had all of the necessary cooking equipment that we needed was great. They were certified by the state, and really, I mean, that was a perfect situation for us. Another great resource we had was Melissa McCarty. She helped us really a lot in the early stages, getting everything up and running. And she was a great help with us getting in contact with the park more as well. And that's another great resource that ultimately made our business what it was.
What was especially satisfying to you about the process?
Well, I think the biggest, most satisfying thing I should say was seeing people smiling and really people genuinely liking our dip. I know some people would disagree. I, for one, thought it was a great dip, and I hope that maybe we encouraged more people to live healthier, happier lifestyles, which, again, was our goal in making this company.
That was an inward-looking question, by the way. Also, what did you do or did find frustrating about it?
So a big frustration I had with the overall business was, I guess, work ethic of some of my partners. I think that was a big issue. Another big frustration, like I said before, was Paramount Bank just really not knowing what they were doing. We had a ton of problems with them. That was a big frustration. Let's see. Another big frustration was trying to keep our prices down, but also keep the quality of our product high. And really, that's a big problem for any company, but especially with a vegetable puree dipping company, it was definitely a struggle.
What does your time in the Thrive Incubator reveal about you as a learner?
Well, I think so. Before this class, I knew I was a pretty outgoing person, but I think really what this revealed in me was that my public speaking abilities. I think, at least in my opinion, that after this class, I'm a pretty good public speaker, and that's something that I don't believe that I had before. So that's definitely something that I really took away from this class.
What did you learn about yourself as you worked with your team?
Well, one thing that I learned about myself, like just overall learning from my team is that sometimes you have to step up and be a leader, and sometimes you have to step up or step down, I should say, and kind of let other people take the reins for a little while. And I think really that's going to help me in life and in everything. So I'm very grateful for that.
Have you changed any ideas you used to have about yourself or the future?
Well, I actually have. So before taking this class, I was really set on the whole ecology, natural resources kind of thing. And I don't get me wrong, I still am very interested in that. But I think maybe entrepreneurship and business may come to fruition in my career later because of this class. I think I realized that I do have a passion for this, and while I may not go into that field, I could definitely use this information that I've learned later in life.
Outward looking, did you, your team, do your work the way other people slash teams did theirs?
Well, actually, no. At the beginning, we kind of followed the same pattern, but I feel like our group was it wasn't very organized, which was good and bad. I think it was bad, obviously, because sometimes we couldn't get our work done because we got distracted or anything, but it was good because everyone was, for the most part, happy, and I think at the end of the day, everyone did get the work done that they needed to for the most part.
In what ways did you do it differently?
So the ways we did it differently. I think a lot of like I said previously, a lot of other groups were more organized, but I think a big part of what made us different was just our overall mentality to the business. I think we were really outgoing with all of our peers, trying to get the message out about our company, that kind of thing. Also, I think the whole slogan thing, the DippitDabbit, come and grab it, really got the word out about our company. So that's kind of what we did different.
In what ways was your work or process similar?
Well, our process was similar in a lot of ways. We all had to go through our certifications, things like that, to get our company up and running. All had to meet with Betty Welsh, obviously, about taxes, things like that. Really just things that every business needs to do to be successful.
If you were your mentor, what comments would you make about the team?
Well, if I was Melissa, I would say that, first of all, I think we did a pretty decent job at doing what we wanted to do from the beginning. I would say to us that we definitely need to be more focused and on task. But for the most part, I think we did a pretty good job in at least learning the basics about starting a business.
If someone else were looking at your business, what might they learn about who you are?
Well, I think, at least for me, as just an individual, I think they would learn that I'm a very loud, outgoing person who likes to talk about the business and who's really passionate about it. I think that's kind of an idea that is it's going to be an advantage for me and my partners later in life, because they do share the same passion for the most part.
What's the one thing that you have seen in your classmates' work or process that you would like to change, that you would like to try in the future?
Well, I think a big thing for my classmates that I would like to try is their advertising. Like I said before, I think we struggle in advertising, and I think especially Stickable did a great job of getting the word out, like at Bar K, that they were a good, solid business that was willing to do actual business with other small businesses. So I think the marketing aspect, especially of Stickable's business, was something that I would like to try in the future.
What might you want next year's professor slash mentor slash roommate slash business partner to know about you?
Well,
what things are you good at?
So I think the biggest thing about me, and I said this before, is that I'm a very outgoing, loud person that really likes to talk to people and present. So I think that's an attribute that could take me far in life, because I know a lot of people struggle with that, and I'm really shy away from the whole public speaking aspect of business. So I think that's definitely something.
What things you might want more help with?
I think the biggest thing that we could use more help with was our marketing again. I think the way Stickable did things again was great, But I think the biggest thing that would help us in the marketing aspect of the entire business would be getting into an actual preschool or elementary school and actually making having people try it and having the parents give their honest, genuine opinion about what we could change, what should stay the same, and really any other recommendations for our company.
What advice would you share with an incoming Thrive entrepreneur?
Really, just have fun, but be serious about it. I think it was a big struggle for us trying to balance that out. I think another piece of advice would definitely be not to do a food business because although it can work, there's a lot of different roadblocks that will and can get in the way of creating a successful business.